What's up guys, it's OSJ here, and this time it's the start of my best 30 games ever made redo videos. As many of you know, I've been having problems with YouTube, and as a result I'm removing almost all my videos. But don't be sad, I will be remaking all the standout ones with new views, gameplay and commentary. That being said, I would like to say that all the clips in this video are actually played, recorded and edited by myself. Oh, and ranked in order too. So here it is, probably my favourite system ever, the best 30 C64 games ever made. In 30th is the great Giana sisters. Back in the day the NES dominated with Mario, and because of license, no other system had the game ported to it. Answer: make a complete rip-off with sisters instead of brothers. What you end up with is one great platform game that has become well known in its own right. '29th place goes to Airborn Ranger. It's a great action game where you play the role of a sole US Army Ranger sent to infiltrate the enemy territory to complete various objectives. It's really nice looking and very addictive. In 28th place is the first game I ever fired up on my C64. I got it in the Hollywood pack that came with my computer. From the off, with the absolute class intro music, this game was always one of my favourites. '27th position goes to R-Type, and I rate this game so highly. The SID music is on another level and the graphics are great. This is definitely the best of the 8-bit computers. In 26th place is a lesser known game called Wasteland. It's like a futuristic Barbarian, but the gameplay is much more fluid than Barbarian. '25th place goes to Summer Games 2. Now if there's one software house that just oozed class when it came to sports games, it was definitely Epic's. This is the first of 3 sports games from them in this video, and it's just really a great game to play, especially in a group. In 24th place we have Wizball. When I made the original video, this was one of the most talked about games in the comments, and the fact that I left it out was nothing less than criminal. Well, now it's in, and it's a great shoot 'em up with a twist of going through tubes and bouncing, which is a lot of fun to play. 23rd place goes to The Bard's Tale. Back in the day, RPG games were really like an escape to a kid, and The Bard's Tale was probably the best out of a lot of them on the C64. Bobble takes 22nd position, and this is still my favourite version of the game. The music, I would say, is even better than the arcade, and the gameplay is on par with the best of them. Graphically, it's maybe not as good, but remember, this is an 8-bit and it still looks class. In 21st place is the first remake on the list, and it's Commando Arcade. It's the same Commando we all loved on the C64, but with all the levels of the arcade. They have even added the helicopter at the start. One thing they did keep was the kick-ass Rob Hubbard soundtrack, which the original was truly known for. '20th place goes to Armalyte. Now there are two great side-scrolling shoot 'em ups on this list, and the first is Armalyte, and it's everything you would want from a shoot 'em up. As a massive shoot 'em up fan, I played this a lot, but still to this day I have never finished the game as it's mega hard. In 19th place is Lode Runner. Now here in the UK I had never heard of this game, but the Americans loved it, as I found out in the comments from my first video. It's a great puzzle type game that will have you laughing and crying at the same time. '18th place goes to Train Escape from Normandy. Now this is a game that I featured a while back on my Hidden Gems videos, and what a hidden gem it is. It's a train simulator mixed with a first person shooter mixed with a beachhead type of game. What you get is a truly entertaining experience. In 17th position is Impossible Mission, another Epix classic, and one we all remember for the speech, "Another visitor, stay a while, stay forever." The game itself is outstanding, and I still play this even today. '16th place goes to Boulder Dash, and I'm sure that everyone here will have played this game at some time or another. It's super addictive and fun, and also frustrating at times, but that's what keeps you coming back to beat it. In 15th place we have Archon. Now when I first got this game I wasn't holding up much hope, as I thought it was simply a chess game. And yes, it is a bit, but when you take your opponent's pieces, you have a combat mini game which makes this the best game of chess ever. Fourteenth place is taken by International Karate. Back in the 80s, martial arts was massive, and if you weren't watching some martial arts films, we were wanting to play martial arts games, and this game really delivers. So much fun to play against your friends. In 13th place is Summer Games. Sometimes the original game is the best, and in the Summer Games series this was the case. This is just so much fun, and as usual you can play it with all your friends. Twelfth place is taken by IK+. This is everything that International Karate was, but on another level. Now you have 3 players, beautiful backgrounds and a soundtrack that's right up there with the best SID tunes ever. In 11th position is Turrican. When I first played this game I was blown away of how good it looked and played. My only criticism with the Turrican games is that they didn't have a great in-game music. Tenth place goes to Katakis. Now we saw Armalyte earlier in the video, but this game is far superior in every way. This is one of my all-time favourite shoot 'em ups on any system. In 9th place is another new game, Prince of Persia. Now I was sure that I had played this on my C64 as a kid, but I was obviously mistaken as it was never out back in the day. But in 2011 it was released and it's everything and more that I falsely remembered. Eighth place goes to a true feat of coding, Stunt Car Racer. Now this is one of those rare games that was good on all systems. The C64 was certainly the best of the 8-bit, so it's just so fast and smooth and a lot of fun to play even today. In 7th place is Elite. This is one of those games that if you didn't play it back in the day you probably wouldn't like it much, but give it a go, open your mind and let your imagination run wild and you will end up loving it. It's definitely a slow burner but really worth playing. Sixth place goes to Last Ninja 2, which had maybe the best soundtrack on the C64 ever. The game itself is gorgeous looking and it's vast, like really vast, and will have you playing for a long time and loving it all the while. In 5th place is Zack McKracken and the Alien Mindbenders. LucasArts was renowned for knocking out some great point and click adventure games, and this game is definitely great. Not only that, it's funny and will have you laughing as you play. Fourth place goes to the best of the epic sports games, and I'm sure we have all guessed that it would be right up there, Winter Games. Great variety of winter sports and very playable, apart from the nightmare known as figure skating. In 3rd place is another LucasArts point and click game, Maniac Mansion. It's very similar to Zack McKracken in its mechanics, but the storyline is slightly better and it's that little bit funnier too. Second place is taken by Sid Meier's Pirates. You play the part of a fledgling pirate captain and have to rage and plunder every port and ship you come across while trying to keep your crew happy or they will desert you. Definitely a must play game for all C64 fans. Now the top spot. We have Turrican II. I said earlier that sometimes the original games are better, but it definitely wasn't in this case. This game is near perfection on the C64, and apart from the Amiga version, I will play this one every time. Again though, if it had in-game music, it would have been even better. Okay, that's it from me. I've had the most nostalgic trip ever making this video, and I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. Let me know in the comments what your favourite games are, and remember to hit that like button. Till next time, this is OSG signing out.